What's going on, everyone? It's Jeremy with JMed's Brick Clicks. Today's video, I've got several things. I really didn't want to put them all in separate videos. It's kind of a look what I built, look what I've been working on, look what I plan on working on. Did you know about this? And here's an update. So kind of all the above. So stay with me through the whole thing. We got a few things you may have seen, may have not seen. May know about, may not know about. First up, this is a custom Lego Brickheadz. I got the instructions off of ReBrickable. I had most of the pieces. You can see the back with the swords. This little piece here that holds the swords together is a fairly rare piece. Didn't cost very much. I think I paid $0.25 maybe for it. In the whole grand scheme of things in a larger order, but apparently it's not in a bunch of sets, and I think it's only in this color and dark brown, so that's reddish brown. So if you have one of those, you have a rare piece. Maybe 6 or 7 sets I think might be all that piece has ever come in so far. Yeah, but anyway, my Deadpool Brickhead. He's going to go on the shelf with the others. Just a nice little addition to the Brickhead collection. Maybe make it stand out, something that somebody doesn't have. So check out the instructions. Just go to ReBrickable and type in Deadpool Brickhead and you'll find them. I think I paid $2.50 or $3 for the instructions. I had most of the pieces. It's probably gonna cost you about $15 in parts if you don't have any parts to start with. Hopefully you can get a majority of them just from one seller. That's seemed to be the biggest thing, because you're really limited on this one piece. People having that and then having everything else. So yeah, the shipping's probably gonna get you, just because you're gonna have to buy from more than one seller, because the guy that has this isn't going to have all the rest of it, especially being dark red, not being a super common color. Anyway, that's for that. What we got next? I got 2 of the postcards that Lego just came out with. I've been to Paris, I've been to New York, but I've only been to the airport, so I do need to travel there. Nice little additions. That is a print piece, so I imagine that piece is probably going to go fairly well. You can kind of see. Actually, I want to check that to be sure. Yeah, that is a print piece. Just making sure, because all this, that's all sticker, and the front's a sticker. You do get the Statue of Liberty figure. It just pops off. So if you don't have one of those, or missed it from the collectible minifig collection, yeah, there's your chance to get another one. Either $13, $15, I forget which amount, but pretty cool little set. You can see some of the pieces. I didn't want to stay on perfect. The back is just plated, so if you have something like that background, I could actually just click that to that if I wanted to. Not really wanted to, but yeah, and you can see the Brooklyn Bridge really just doesn't want to stay, but when it's stationary, it works. Paris is all pretty solid. Nice little addition. It's like each one, you got to put the cloud in there on each set. Pretty cool. I've done the boat tour on the river, been to the Arc de Triomphe, Eiffel Tower, been around it. I actually have a story. I think I got cheese fries. I was eating down here under the Eiffel Tower, waiting to go up in the tower, because there's always a wait to get on the elevator. And this little kid ran up and grabbed a handful of fries. I'm holding them right up against my chest, right near my belt, and grabbed a handful of fries and took off. It scared the crap out of me, because I didn't know what had happened, and 5-10 seconds later, before I just processed what just happened. So that's my story for the Eiffel Tower. I'm sure other people have had similar stories, because I guess homeless people just congregate there to try to get a free meal or something. I don't know. I was 16 at the time, Yeah, I was 16. This was 1998. So maybe security's different than says it's been 24 years. But yeah, Eiffel Tower. We'll move on. Let's see what else we got here. I'm gonna move this back some. Next, one of the things I'm working on, found my instruction manual, Lion Knights. If you didn't know, I did just got the Lion Knights castle, bought it and got it built. It's on the shelf. Working on some display features around it, but this is an old Lion Knight set with, yeah, got our prisoner forestman there. So I'm gonna get that. I know where 98% of the pieces are. The arches, or that arch there, is the only one I don't know exactly where it's at. I have an idea. That's the only one that's gonna concern me if I have to buy one piece off Bricklink to replace it. But really simple set to build. It's one of the things coming up in the future. All right, I showed this. I got it discounted. It's the 90th anniversary Lego Classic set, and I built a few of them. Most of them I parted out. You can see some of the sets, the replica retro sets, and see what they look like. Well, I built 4 of them because there was only 4 that really mattered to me. Yellow Castle, the Egyptian Sphinx with that cool print piece. With the bigger Galaxy Explorer, I figure I'd build this one. And the pirate ship. Put them sideways so you see the sides. They're nothing great. They are what they are. They're just small little builds. Little display pieces. Kind of corner nook shelf fillers, if you want to call them that. They just kind of fill up those little dead spaces on your shelf, where the bigger sets take up most of the space and you still got a little bit extra. So yeah, that's what we got on those. If you guys are interested in that, they're at Walmart. I think right now this set's at Walmart, 40 bucks, regular price 50. It's a great part out set. There's a lot of good pieces in here. You do get 2 of those new flesh colored pieces too. But yeah, a lot of other builds if you guys are into that. Just an option. All right, moving on. I've got to move back even farther. One of the sets that I'm working on, I'm gonna move this up just a little bit. You can see my clouds up there. I've got this, and I've got to part it back together. And that is not all of it. That is just the launch bay area. And for some reason now, because Lego stopped selling the tan plates, those plates are super expensive, but I have mine. But this is kind of the weird thing with this set was each thing had its own instruction manual, so you can see it's all the same set. What I got the calendar, or the calendar, the catalog from it, and this is the catalog. What year? 1999. I'm gonna move back as far as I can go with it. And this was featured. This was the big set, 88 bucks. You can see the full, we get the crawler with the tracks that holds the shuttle. The shuttle's included. And there's your complete set. I have the whole shuttle pretty much all the way built. I do need to take it apart because this is one of the few things that had lights and sound. So I need to see, I'm afraid them batteries, I know what them batteries look like because they haven't been changed in 20 years. So I think I'm gonna have a little cleanup job. Hopefully everything still works. It's kind of the downfall of stuff with batteries when you build it into the set. You have to take the whole thing apart to get to the batteries. Just like the little light bricks that are in all the Christmas Winter Village sets, or the red light brick that's in the new Blacksmith set. It's deep in there. You got to take a lot of stuff out to get to that to change the batteries. So I'm not a fan of that design. Anyway, this is what I'm building next. It's going to go next to my other shuttle set that I have. on the shelf, so I'll have both of them side by side. All right, the other thing I got that's space related, you can see them, so I got two of them. Oh yeah, look at the terrain. So I got two of these, pretty decent price. I want to say I paid around $10 to $12, I think $12 a piece for them. Had to get them from Europe, get them shipped over here to Missouri in the US. I bought some other stuff just to justify. Whenever I buy from Europe, the shipping is usually 30 bucks regardless. So I'm gonna make an order probably close to $100 to just justify and offset that. But these two are gonna go in my space collection set. If you haven't seen my shelving, I'll show it to you here in a second. But yeah, I've got several shuttles, and the early 2003, 2004, some of that space stuff, the I don't know if it was Discovery Kids or something like that, Discovery stuff. So there's a space station and the lunar lander and the Mars rover, some sets like that. So that's where some of that's going to go. The other cool thing that I got, the old 50s, 60s, these are Lego trees. And what I need to do, I need to get a piece out just to show you that they are Lego compatible. They clip on there. This one does, I think one of them just doesn't want to clip on as well. But yeah, so small trees. There's actually multiple different kinds of these. There's a large tree, and I've got it's on the way. So I'll do a comparison with those later on. But do you guys have these trees? I know one of the hardest things to get is usually the big spruce tree that's like that tall. They're like 15 to 20 bucks a piece or more. But these, I actually only paid like $2 of something, $2 a piece for them. I didn't have them, and they're plastic. I thought they were metal for some reason I thought they were metal, but no, they're plastic. Just a little bit of brown there painted in. I imagine those were all hand painted or dipped in, probably dipped all in green and then just hand touched up with brown. Do you guys know? Have you even seen these before? Or have you just seen them in pictures? They stand up. There's your comparison size. All right, we'll move on. Last thing I have to show you before I do we'll look at the space stuff, and then we'll look, I've got a shelving update in case you missed the last shelving update. This poster. And this poster is a Lego VIP poster. And you can see, I'm gonna move these back because it's a lot bigger than I thought. So for comparison, 16, so 1.5 base plates is how tall my blue backdrop is. So there's how tall. So you're basically a gray, a gray base plate is about how tall it is, just a little bit taller. It's kind of on a stock paper. It's not paper, so kind of a poster board stock. If you have any of the other VIP prints, it's the same paper. It doesn't have the little thing on the bottom, the little stamp, VIP stamp, but it does have that. Being a 90th anniversary thing, I had to get it. I mean, if you seen my last video, you saw the duck. Yeah, all right, let me get this camera off the tripod and I'll show you the space stuff where these are gonna go. And I'll show you the update of the box shelf display in case you missed it in the last video. Okay, so I mentioned that other space shuttle. There's my original one that I got as a kid. And then we'll move up, Galaxy Explorer, little one. So here's all this other stuff that I have for space, along with a bunch of other stuff. It's just kind of, this is the main stuff. This stuff all came out in the early 2000s. And kind of cool how they've got the different bases. They had stickers on them. I think, yeah, Apollo. Got one patch, the lander. There's another patch. I forget which one it is. I have it saved in my BrickLink want list, but I forgot what the other patch is. I do need to pick up that. But, like I said, these, I'm just going to put them under there just as a terrain base. I think that'll work pretty well. All right, last thing to show you guys before we head out is the display. So, yeah, I did get it built. That'll come up in another video. I'm not going to do a review on it. I'm just going to show you how I display it. We've got our monorail, the original Nintendo box that I got on the day my son was born. I ordered it when I was in the hospital, waiting right after my wife was induced. So that kind of long 15, 18 hour waiting period, that's what happened. All right, I'm going to put the Apollo Saturn V rocket on its side, put it up there, move the tigers, move some of the other stuff that are just kind of placeholders here because I don't have anywhere else for them right now, but I will soon. Oh yeah, there's our two different ships. Oh, come down here. There's our two different yellow castles. I need to buy the old yellow castle. I think I saw it on eBay for like $350, and oh man, I ought to sell some stuff and maybe break even by doing it that way. That way I'm not out. Who knows? Maybe one day. Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you guys liked it. If you're new, thanks for watching. Maybe you'll subscribe. Who knows? I'd appreciate it. Hope to see you in the next one. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Just leave me a comment. I'll respond. Thanks.